Yeah, I think it's super useful to have a package, and then you can use it as a base for starting your 3D model. All right, give it a go, Halil. Tell us what's going on here.
Okay. I wanted to make an exotic car for Hyundai because I know Hyundai has no exotic car. And I saw some Hyundai N cars in media, and I like, wow, they are really nice car, and we can add a new and exotic car for their cars. And why not? It will be interesting, and their cars are looking. It comes from the cyberpunk. It comes from the future, and we can make a futuristic exotic car for Hyundai. I think about it.
Nice. Sounds good. Sounds promising. Have you ever heard of the Vision N Hyundai?
Probably, yes, but I can't imagine that.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next page.
That's my reference car, AMG 1. I will use these proportions.
Yes. Why did you choose these proportions? What do you like about this?
Yeah, it stands, looks sporty, and I like Mercedes design.
Nice. It's a nice brand, isn't it? Cool. All right. So yeah, I'm glad you're having your reference images. As I said, this is perfect for you to have a benchmark and kind of see how your car is gonna look like. Maybe not proportion wise necessarily, but at least size, right? And category of car, right? So that kind of gives you a nice clue where to move forward, right? Okay. The blueprints. Did you have a hard time finding the blueprints?
No.
No, you just press Mercedes blueprints, Google it. That's it, right?
Yes.
And it's super useful because later on, maybe in the next 2 weeks, we're gonna start sketching on top of the package, right? So, and it's gonna help us to get our designs in proportion, but that's going to be for later, okay? And this also will help if you're gonna make a very quick Blender model. This can help you too. Okay, can you go next? Next page. Oh, I can go next.
And here's my reference images.
Yes.
I said I wanted to design a futuristic car, and these three things are looking futuristic. And I like the combining white and dark and black.
Oh, I see.
Just like that, I want to just select 3 images. I don't want to struggle a lot, like you said, and just select 3 images. Yeah. And it's clear, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward what you're trying to do. As I said, there's not too many ingredients. There's a lot of similarities on the images though, but I don't think it's super critical. I think the images are pretty strong because you have reference you have material, right, to work on. You have sort of like a very stealth speed forms, very clean, nice graphics, and yeah, you can develop something interesting out of those images. Cool. Okay, now let's go to the sketches.
And here's the reference sketches from based on the reference images. I didn't want to struggle a lot. I just sketch what I want.
Yes.
And it was really enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
I really have fun with this sketch. It was super easy. I just sketch what I want.
Yeah.
And I try to sketch different forms, different sketches to think about different shapes.
Yeah.
Just like that, like you said, didn't struggle a lot, and I didn't struggle a lot with sketching.
Yes.
I just sketched smoothly.
Yes. Yeah, that's the idea. Just to try to get all the ideas out of your system, just put it on paper and just keep iterating, just keep making different variations, right? But that's the whole point, right? And also, what is important is how are you going to relate these to your inspiration images, right? I'm not saying it's not related, but I'm saying how are you going to explain? Oh, I took this wing, for example. I took it from the airplane, right? That could be one of your design cues, right? Or I took uh, this shape and just put it on yellow. This shape that it looks like that from your inspiration. You took it and you put it here, right? It just needs to be a correlation. So maybe that's why you thought. That's why you have it like this, right? But
Yeah.
just try to make sure there's a correlation, right? Something that you explain where this gesture is coming from. Because that's the reason to have inspiration images, right? But I can tell in your work that you reference this while you're sketching, right? Is this what happened in your process?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can tell. Because they look a
Because
little bit
I
like
like
airplanes.
the second image shape.
Nice. Yeah, I think this is very powerful. This is strong inspiration. So I think the next thing you should do is probably try to see how can you incorporate a sort of like a cabin, right? Because at the end of the day, this is going to be a car. So, and at least if you have you have a sense of how the cabin is going to look, even if it's like a bubble like this, right? But even if you have something like this, so it demonstrates that there's people inside, right? And then later on you keep sketching and you put your wheels on it, right? Maybe you can come up with something cool out of this, right? But I would say it's nice explorations. As I said, try to put a cabin in all of them, right? So it doesn't look like a car exactly, but it looks like it can look like a spaceship for now, right? But it has to have some sort of cabin or at least like a bubble or something that tells you that it's going to be people inside, right? Has nothing to do with the form, with the overall inspiration, but it's just with the elements, right? You try to put a cabin, that's going to help your design. Okay?
Okay.
Questions?
No, everything is clear.
Yeah. Okay. So I think for the next class, we're gonna have another round of images, ideations, which is sketching many variations, right? No directions yet, just sketch ideas, all the possible solutions, right? And the week after, we're gonna choose one direction. Okay. So let's say next week you come up with more sketches like this, right? And the next week we said, you know what, Halil, this is good, right? Then we're gonna focus on this one, this sketch. And what does that mean is after we choose the next class, the class after, you're gonna come up with different views of this sketch, right? You're gonna come up with how the side view is gonna look for this sketch, how the front is gonna look, rear three quarter, front three quarter, like how this whole shape is gonna look in different views, so you can transform it into a car later on. But right now we're on the exploration phase, so you can keep just sketching more and more variations. Okay.
Okay.
All right. No questions? All good?
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Sounds good.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm George, and
How's it going?
for the beginning phase in this use of speed forming, is interesting, or do you recommend something more orientated, more objective?
For speed form, you can come up with it can be very abstract. It's fine, as long as you can do whatever you want, as long as you can translate that into a car later on, right? That's why it has to have some sort of like geometry. so you can transform it into a car, right? But you can go as crazy as you want or abstract. You can start however you want. Is that what you mean?
Yes, it's more the part of abstraction of the forms.
Yes. Yeah, just come up with a inspiration forms, something that you like, and you can start with abstract forms, and you can evolve them little by little into more, because it has to look like a tangible thing, right? Like it can be abstract, it can be crazy, but it has to look like you can manipulate it. Like it shouldn't look like this, right? Because that's not a car, that's not a speed form, that's just like a random form, right? But you have something messy like this, right? And let's say you do something like this and like this, right? But this still kind of looks like a speed form, right? Because it has the aerodynamic feature, right? And it's elongated, it's long. So it's like you can grab these forms later on and transform it into a car. So just make sure it looks like a speed form, because a speed form is basically a abstract form that has a aerodynamic looking. That's it. It's a form shape with aerodynamic looking. So speed forms can look like airplanes, boats, jets, bullets, arrows, cars, like, but it's just like it can cut the air. It has to look like it can cut the air. That's it. But it can be abstract, it can be crazy, you can look at Star Wars spaceships or whatever, like you can just have whatever you want. But we can transform it later. Does that make sense, George?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Do you have something today to show? Oh
I
yeah,
just
I think you upload something, right?
posted it.
Yeah, let me check. Okay, so all right, you're next then. Let me share that. All right. Thanks, Halil. Nice job.
Thank
Nice
you
job.
too.
Yes. Okay, let's go with George. Okay, man. Tell us what you're thinking.
I think in the gap of the industry that Porsche didn't make the trifecta cars like Ferrari, Mercedes, and I miss the Porsche concept for a hypercar.
Uh-huh.
So the focus on this project is using the V10 from Carrera GT to make a concept for LMPH. That's LM hypercar for Le Mans prototype in the year 2029.
Nice.
You can go forward on the briefing. So the benchmark was, of course, the main character, the Carrera GT. I took some inspiration from the package, and other benchmarks are prominent on the industry, like Nilu 27, Gordon Murray T50, the Lauda variant, the S1 LM, and the Oil Stain Lab Half 11. Singer enters in the inspiration because of the machinery, the excellence of craftsmanship, and the objective of this is to see the full potential of the platform overall. So it has to be simple, functional, has a lot of power, the correlation of lightweight and power, push the envelope and make bespoke parts like these other industries.
Yeah. Nice.
So this is my inspirational board. I focus on precision, optimizing, and having machine like and other forms like integrated organic, because I think it's talks with the Porsche brand very well and brings some accent of technology and
Yep. No,
I
let's.
think in the first part, like optimizing topology optimization
Yeah,
for
that's good.
computer-aided parts.
Yeah,
It's a trend now in the
yeah.
industry,
Hmm.
and I like to integrate this on design.
Yes. No, I think it's good that you're bringing the topological optimization, because it has like a nice aesthetic looking, but it's also functional, right? And that's what Porsche is, right? It's more about logical, functional, at the same time aesthetically pleasing, but it has this aspect of rationale, right? Like why are you choosing or why the shape looks the way it looks, right? So, and the topological optimization is a nice way to put it, right? Because you can create sort of like abstract shapes, but at the same time they saving material because they're not putting extra material, and it's just what you need. It's just what you need for handling the forces or handling the to make the design work, right?
It feels like nature inspired,
Yes. Yeah.
and it's functional, like
Yes. Yes.
the bonus structure.
Yes. I think I mean I personally I really like this because um, it's one of my favorite techniques so far when it comes to engineering, advanced engineering. Because as I said, it looks like a nature inspired. That's true, as you mentioned, because it almost looked like a bone, like a chicken bone or human bone or whatever. Like it looks like a natural bone, and it's just designed just to handle the necessary force. That's it. There's no extra bone, right? It's like us humans, right? We don't have extra bones that they don't do anything. It's like all of the bones handle certain forces and certain weights, and that's why we look the way we look. So
That's translated in
yes,
efficient power, efficient use of matter,
yes,
everything.
yes, yeah, yeah. No, I think it's a great inspiration. I would just suggest to have a little bit less inspiration images. I mean, the core of your product is topological optimization. I think it looks nature inspired, organic integrated, as you said here, as you said there. But just have a little bit less. That's it. Because right now you have like 10 images, right? I think you can have like 3 images and you explain all of that, right?
Okay.
So maybe here three, you have three, right? One, two, three, right? Maybe you can choose. Let's say you choose two, right? Two of these images. Let's say you choose this one and you choose this one, right? And maybe you can keep it to four, right? That doesn't mean you're not gonna reference the rest of the images. No, you can reference all the images. But in terms of presentation, I think you should summarize it, right? Have a little bit less form and be a little bit more objective, to the point, right? Because if you have tons of images, it looks a little bit redundant. It's just like a lot of the same thing, right? So, but that's it. But I think your
Yeah,
concept is really interesting.
I just thinking in the engineering parting too, not just the shape, not just the integration of
Yeah,
this engine in the car,
yeah,
and the shapes that I can use in the sketches.
yes, yes. Okay. No, yeah, definitely any images that you have here, you can use them for sketching. Just presentation wise, try to be a little bit more concise. Summarize it, right?
Okay.
This page.
Now the sketches.
Yes.
The first portion of my sketches were made in black and white, not white in black.
Mm-hmm.
I should thought
Yeah.
ahead that detail, but
Nice.
I started the sketch, the theme in
Mm-hmm.
this sense of bringing the essence of Porsche to a package that looks futuristic.
Yeah.
And after that, the top view, I just sketched from a Carrera GT package
Mm-hmm.
from the top view. And I try to integrate the V10 in the design, like element, like showing gem, the that would call the engine bay like a gem,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Okay.
It's more you can see in the top view that I use a lot of the inspiration of the topology optimization,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's a great result. It's a great, nice direction for the first iteration.
Yes. No, I think these are great sketches. I think you have something going on. I personally like this a lot. I think it has like nice proportions. Um, the only thing is, I think at this phase, you should make it look more abstract, right? Not too much like a car. So you can be a little bit more free on the exploration, right? So you can do something really new. Like, as I said, these sketches are not bad at all. I think they're pretty good, but I think you can get them to look super fresh if you have a different approach where you're gonna grab your inspiration forms and making some, for example, in this guy, making it more like abstract, right? You put some of a topological optimization that you have there, and you have just the theme super clear, right? Like no extra windows and like all the car features, right? You can forget about them for a little bit just to find forms. Okay. So I think at this stage, this is how the sketches are gonna look maybe on half of the project, in the middle of the project, right? Week 5. Maybe that's how the sketches are gonna look like. But on the very first weeks, I think you need to have more abstract forms, right? Um, you can still put some wheels, right? Wheels can be like as simple as these type of like stars or whatever, hashtags, right? It can be like that, but the overall shape, it has to be like abstract, has to be like you are searching for something. Because when I see this page, what I see is that you're trying to sketch cars, right? Or you're trying to just kind of like mimic cars somehow. But in order to find something really new, you need to start from the genesis, right? From the very beginning, which is studying the forms, finding some abstraction, some interesting gesture, and evolve it. And then later on, you put all the car features, right? You put wheels, windows, character lines, lamps, shot lines, doors, windshields, NACA dogs, in and out, diffusers, you name it. But at the beginning, I think it should be super clear, simple, pure, abstract, like something that is completely new. But you need to step away from cars for a little bit. That's my suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but as I said, these are pretty good sketches. But I think you can push it more. You can make something even more new, even fresher. But you need to take the other approach, right?
Yeah, for this process, I'm thinking in terms of light and shadow, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the to extract the form.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's
That's great.
like we said one time about the Gestalt aspect of language.
Uh-huh.
I think to translate this to distill the image, it's gonna be a an exploration process, new to
Mm-hmm.
me.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think even though you sketch these, even sketching this type of sketching the cars are gonna help you to understand better proportions, to understand better what you're trying to do. So, but yeah, but I
Uh,
think what's that?
outside of the topology optimization,
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of parametric use of in the cars for
Yes,
this concept, and now forwards, I think it's going to be a thing in the industry. I think
yes.
it's being used already in the
Mm-hmm.
industry.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you say about that to cars concept to new technology?
I think definitely there's gonna be some parametric integration on the language because I don't think from a technical aspect, production aspect, it's not something super functional unless it's some sort of like topological optimization, so you can achieve those type of textures, right? And it's engineering driven, right? But in the language, as a styling or as a new statement, yeah, I think we're gonna see bits and pieces of parametric surfaces, right? I mean, you see these days they're doing it already on lamps, on wheels, on certain maybe a mesh on the
The grill.
on the grill or on the intakes or some NACA dogs or whatever. So I think having a combination of bits and pieces strategically on the car, I think that's gonna work, right? If you try to incorporate that in a specific part of the car, like as your theme, right? For example, maybe this side view, right? Maybe you have this type of gesture here and this type of gesture, but maybe here where the rocker panel is, right? Maybe you're gonna have some maybe here you're gonna have some parametric pattern, right? There, you're gonna have parametric thing, right? So just put it sort of like in strategically in certain parts of the car, right? But I think it's super valid. Topological optimization, parametric design, I think is super valid. I think is definitely something that will in the industry will be using more and more because it's cool and I think technology-wise processes are getting cheaper. They're 3D printing metal right now, so maybe in the future they're gonna be able to incorporate that into production cars. So yep, I think everything is gonna be exciting. So just keep pushing from there. So I think your project, your direction, your thoughts, everything is great. I think the only thing you're missing right now is just the very beginning of the process of sketching. You're just missing the speed forms. That's it, right? And we're gonna get to cars after the speed forms. So everyone is gonna get into a car after the speed form. But right now, I think it's important just to have a very strong foundation of how your concept is gonna look from architecture standpoint, from a very beginning, simple and abstract form. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, assuming that using the Carrera GT package, should I sketch the speed form in the wheelbase, inside the wheelbase to match the Carrera GT, or you think that this can be disassociated from this process?
Yeah, no, you don't have to sketch exactly on the Carrera GT, but just if that's going to be your benchmark, just be mindful. Just when you sketch it, make sure it kind of looks like those proportions, but it doesn't have to be accurate because the objective of the speed forms is just to get the form, just to get the philosophy, the gesture of your car, and later on we adjust that into a package. So I would say keep it in mind, but you can be a little bit more free when you're doing your speed forms, right? Does that make sense?
All right. Yeah.
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 Okay. Cool. So yeah, no, nice project, nice work. Thanks for sharing. And I think this is going to be an exciting project because it has one of my favorite brands too. If I'm biased with this, and it has the organic topological optimization, so it's got a lot of nice concept. So just keep going.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. So I got one PDF from Nitish. Nitish, are you there?
Yeah. Hello.
Hey. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while. I've been here.
Cool. Yeah, it's been a while, man. Let me share your work. So anyone else? Any question? Everything good? Okay.
I'm just gonna ask that I remember the layout of the presentation is congruent of the type of the thing you are in mind to this project, or I need to change something?
I think your layout
outside
is
the
yeah.
images.
No, your layout I think is good. As I said on your inspiration images, just try to summarize it. But I think pretty much the layout is okay. If I see something super critical that you need to change, I will let you know. But I think for now, as long as you have the title, you kind of know what you're gonna do, benchmark, package, maybe on yours, maybe try to get the blueprints, right? So if you're gonna benchmark the Carrera GT, just put Carrera GT blueprints on Google and just download the blueprints, put it on the presentation so we know you have them. But in terms of that, I think it's good. Everything is good. Just keep going.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Nitish, what's going on? What have you been up to?
Recently, I've just finished the McLaren Dakar. I was hoping to share my friends
Nice.
as well.
Nice.
And yeah, there are some few changes I need to make because I got too much consumed in the 3D modeling part. So there are some errors that I need to fix. So I will do that as well.
Nice.
But for now, I will also work on this exotic car
Nice.
and side by side work on the refining the model as well.
Cool. All right. Okay, great. So thanks for participating, man. So okay, tell us what's going on. It's another good one, another good brand, Mercedes.
Yes, I felt like this is a good opportunity for me to know about Mercedes because I haven't dipped down, I haven't gone that much deep on Mercedes that much. So I felt like this is going to be a good opportunity to understand Mercedes and how they operate and all that stuff because I'll be doing research.
Cool.
I want to know about this company because I'm quite interested.
Yeah.
I haven't worked on any German brands yet, so
Nice.
I feel like yes. And for this car, for this concept, I felt like let me take the Daytona SP3 from Ferrari as a benchmark, like the dimensions and the proportions, everything. But I don't want to like be inside the dimensions like be in the box of this car. I'm going to be quite flexible. I think maybe the dimensions might be longer or shorter than this car, but I'm open to explore a lot of ideas through this project that will be moving forward.
Yeah. No, I think this is a good benchmark, and I'm glad that you kind of like have that very solid, so you have an idea of what you're trying to do.
Yes. I will say not everything is finalized. I haven't been like I have made a mood board, and I will follow this mood board thick and through, like from A to Z. I want to be quite flexible throughout this project. Like I'm open to looking at new things. For example, maybe I'm in the ideation phase 1, and I'm following a mood board 1, and suddenly I see some new ideas pop ups in my mind. So I'm quite flexible with the mood board as well. I'll just keep updating the mood board, but I will keep the essence of the whatever made follow till the end of the project.
Okay, cool, nice. Okay, dimensions. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think you should. It's super good that you guys have this, so you can have an idea of the package, right? Because later on, when you're doing a 3D model, or when you're trying to sketch, for example, one of your speed forms, and you want to sketch it into a side view, you can use these guys, right? Yeah, I think it's super useful to have a package, and then you can use it as a base for starting your 3D model, right? Just proportion wise, right? Not really like design wise, right? But just like to stay on the box, stay in the hard points. So cool. Where do you get these packages from? This looks nice.
I just went to Google and just went to the images section.
Yeah, because this looks very accurate.
Yeah, I went to there was an external link in that image, so I went to that website and just downloaded it. It was a PDF basically. I had to extract the image from the PDF.
I see. Okay. Cool. All right. Mood boards. Robotic. What can you tell us about the mood board? What do you like about this?
I like the futuristic approach. If you look at the far right side, like there's some sort of alien wearing some really futuristic clothes.
Yeah.
You know, cloth might be able to adjust the temperature depending on what planet they visit,
I see.
and they might open the pores and close the pores for the ventilation and stuff.
I see.
Kind of like a breathing,
Yeah.
breathing fashion kind of cloth over there.
Interesting. Yeah.
And Speed and Mercedes, I'm seeing the cars like they are really fluid. I will say the surface, very smooth surfaces, especially in the EVs. Like not a lot of detail. I will say very clean and smooth surfaces.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too clean for me personally. I feel like maybe I will keep the clean surfaces of the Mercedes, the smooth and fluid, but maybe 70%, 70 to 75% of the rest, 25 to 30% can be like extreme detail kind of stuff, like some mechanical parts, engineering, embracing the engineering of the Germans can be shown through that.
Yeah.
That is the whole idea, like kind of right now in my mind. Maybe moving
Nice.
forward, more ideas might be coming.
Nice.
Maybe the engine, for example, we see the engine is completely exposed in the Lamborghini Revuelto, right?
Yes,
maybe
that could be a good one. Yeah.
This concept, like if you look at the far left side at the bottom, you see a helmet, a lady or woman wearing a helmet is kind of translucent. Maybe the engine can be inside that.
Yeah.
Translucent kind of panel kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a good idea.
Or maybe we can say that engine, wherever the engine is placed.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not saying, but suddenly cooling the engine, if we pour water on top of a hot engine, like it damages the engine, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that the place where the engine will be packaged, it might be like refrigerated to give this kind of a frost effect.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, not very practical to hear, but maybe it can work.
Yeah.
To cool the engine very early.
Yeah. No, definitely. If you're gonna do a concept, also, yeah, you can apply all these crazy ideas into your concept, and it might look very good. So, I don't think you have to. I think right now, just go nuts, just go crazy, and try to make it as futuristic as possible. Cool.
Yeah, that is basically the base. The base idea for me now. This stage.
Yes.
Maybe moving forward, when I'm sketching, I will get more ideas. So
yes,
more to put myself inside a box that I have to follow these rules from thick and thin.
Yeah. I know you have cool sketches, good work. So for next class, we're gonna focus on we're gonna choose one direction, right? And this is just to move forward, right? To try to choose the direction and try to work on that. But for the next class, we're gonna have another round of sketches, right? Ideations, because today was the first round sketches, right? Ideations. But next class, we're gonna have another round. And out of those sketches, let's say you make 20 ideations, right? And it can be like quick ideations. It doesn't have to be like super precise or finished. No, like we need just forms. We need architectures. We need gestures, abstractions of speed forms. So, and after you did, let's say 20, from those 20, we're gonna start choosing like, you know what, this is going to be the idea. Maybe one or two maximum, right? But we're gonna start choosing a direction. But during this week, up to next week, I think your homework or your assignment, the next steps on your project is just to have as many variations as you can, right? As many possible solutions as you can. As you mentioned, you want to be open, you want to keep exploring. Well, this is the time where you're gonna be exploring, and you're gonna be thinking about what possible solutions of this shape would look like, right? And how the car will look like. So just have fun this week. Just have many variations on ideations, and next week we're gonna check them out and probably choose some, just for the sake of moving forward on the project, right? So, and we can actually have, because the idea of these sessions and having this project is so you guys have a portfolio piece that you can either later on show for a job or for a design application on a school or for anything, or your art major in your school, because it can be used for anything you want, right? So, but the idea is just to have a complete project. So yeah, so you're good. I think your project is really interesting. Nice inspirations. you have a nice idea of what you're trying to do, just next week bring a lot of ideations, different options, and then we can choose some. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yes, makes sense. Yes.
Yes, nice. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for participating. It's cool stuff. Cool job.
Yeah, I just wanted to share the Dakar as well. I'm sending it in the group now.
Okay.
Like you can just quickly check it out.
Cool. All right. So from the people who are present now, anyone else have something to show today? Anyone else? All good?
Hey Omar,
Yes.
I was doing one project, the Suzuki one, the competition one. Do you
Yeah.
remember? So I was doing that. I had some doubts with it. Can we do it after Nitish shows his work?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, let me download Nitish. Dakar. Nice. Okay, so we saw this. Speed forms, very good, right? This is exactly what we need, speed forms. And then you can translate those into cars, very good. Right? Got some explorations, nice sketches. Very nice, very robotic, abstract. I like the execution, the details. Pretty good. So now, what is the latest? Oh, here. Okay, cool, nice. I think we left off in here, right, Nitish? Am I right?
Yes, we had.
Yeah. This was the last session, right?
Yes.
Nice. And this is the new stuff, right?
Yes.
Pretty good. Okay, tell us, walk us through what kind of things you did and how do you feel about it, and how you feeling about your project?
I will say quite good.
Yes.
Not the best. Like it can be much more refined. I just try to keep the essence of the speed form alive to the fighter.
Yes.
If you look at the rear lights over there,
Mm-hmm.
you can see like the legs or the arms of the speed form.
Yeah.
I just wanted to keep it alive. If you look at the previous 3D models, I felt like the rear end of the limbs, it was too big. It was not working. From the rear point of view, it was looking good, but when we looked at the side view, it was looking not that much. It was not complementing the overall form.
Yeah. It looks a little bit shy here. It looks shy.
Yes.
Cool. No, it's looking way better.
Yes.
What's that? What are you saying?
Yeah, and you had told me to work on the greenhouse.
Yeah.
For example, greenhouse was very smooth like a toy. Like there was no acceleration of lines.
Yes.
It was very smooth crowning. So I worked on giving some acceleration on the greenhouse and sort of give a tight crowning around it. That was the main idea, and I worked on that. And if we move to the other renders, you can see the difference in the side.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Now it looks big. The vehicle looks big, right? With all the features and all the things that you add, and shot lines and suspension, and I think proportion wise, the things that we discussed last time, you see like this side view was looking a little bit like a sedan and it was shooting up, and there's some corrections that we work on last class. And right now with the final, yeah, it looks better. It looks better. Like it's way more stable, right? Like a nice broad shoulder belt line, and then it goes smooth and sharp at the front. So I think overall the silhouette is looking pretty good. Yeah.
I feel like the tires can be worked because this is not my tires. I just quickly downloaded this tires online.
Yeah.
So I feel like this tire is kind of giving it a very bulky kind of feeling, bulked up. I feel like I can work on the tires more.
Yes.
Like I haven't explored on tires a lot because I give a lot of time exploring the surfaces and the overall proportion and the reflection, fixing the reflection. So that took a lot of time for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will work on the tires. After this session, like
Yes.
side by side along with this exotic car as well. Yeah,
Maybe this looks a little too big, right?
yeah, it looks too big. Yes, I was about to say this.
Yeah, I think this is just because I mean you're on the right track because you need to have that, but I think it's just too big.
Hmm.
I think you can have it. Yeah, you can this the size of it. And it also is gonna help the silhouette, right? It's gonna make the silhouette look sleeker, sharper, right? Because right now you read this height, right? From here to here when you see the mass, right? But if you change and you said you're gonna reduce it this much, right? Well, you're gonna read this, right? You're not gonna read this anymore.
Yeah, it looks way more sleeker now. Yes.
So yeah, that's gonna help. Because I think yeah, it looks too tall. It looks super tall because of that feature, right? I think it's a little bit too much. But those are like easy fixes, right? I wouldn't even like pick up on that too much because this is just a matter of just have a reference from the Audi, the Dakar one, and just have it as a reference and just see how big that is, and that's it. So this is an easy fix, as I said. I don't think it's super hard to fix.
Yeah, I took the reference from the Audi,
Yes.
from the
Yeah.
side view.
Mhm.
I feel like the reason it looks too big is because I have explained it on the latest sketches. If you go to the last slide,
Yeah.
if you go to the last slide, if you,
Here?
no, the final slide of
Oh,
this
final.
screen.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Nice. Pretty good renders.
Yeah, this is where the quick renders. Can you go down more?
Nice.
Yes, over here. I feel like the snorkel, the air intake
Mhm.
of this car, maybe if I just reverse it, like then it might give an illusion of,
Yeah.
like it fits perfectly when I just invert the snorkel,
Mm.
like outside, keeping
Yeah.
the same proportions and
Yes.
keeping the, maybe it might work.
I
So-
see. Yeah, because you have it. Okay, you're just gonna invert the shape, right?
Yes.
And also, you know why it looks a little bit too big? Well, I still think it's too big when I see it from this view. You see on perspective, right? Like definitely this is big, right? The snorkel is big, but it's not as big. But I think the other thing that is gonna help you is to make it maybe wider, right? Because if you look at here, it's just too narrow. And if you look at the Audi one, it's wider. And I think that helps also with the way it looks, right? Wider over here.
Okay.
So, well, yeah, as I said, I don't think you're too far off, right? And I don't think it doesn't look super wrong. Maybe in just some views, for some reason, looks too big, right? For example, on this guy, looks extremely big. Because if you look at the ratios, right? Oops. If you look at the ratios, like how big this is compared to the body, right? From this line. And then you see how big this is, the Audi, compared to the body, right? So you kind of see the ratios, like how big are they compared to the whole body. So I think just keep that in mind, right? So for some reason this looks too big. Maybe it's because it's too narrow, right? Maybe if you make it all the way like this, maybe like this, right? That might help. But I think it's pretty close. I mean, I think this is just as I said, this is just an easy fix, right? But I think overall your car is looking pretty good. maybe
Yes.
now it's time maybe just to um, make it a little bit more cohesive here, cleaner, right? Maybe you change the gesture here. So it looks more in harmony with your entire body, right? Because right now you have this, you got this pyramid here going out, right? Maybe changing the angle somehow like this. This is what I think. I mean, you can do whatever you want at the end of the day, but maybe this, personally, I think this angle should be a little bit more, it looks more directional. It looks like it goes also more with the section, you know? Like if you follow the section of the body side, and then it's almost like it has this geometry, right? To me. And then you have the cabin, right? So, but yeah, it's up to you. I mean, this is just details. The other thing I would suggest is just to get a lamp in here. I don't know, is this the lamp?
That is the air extractor. If you look at the side view.
Okay. So you don't have lamps yet, right?
No.
Ah,
I was planning to put lamps over there, but I felt like, let me keep it clean in this area.
yeah. I mean, you don't have to put something super, super fancy. I mean, you can just have a simple lamp in there like this. But you need to have some sort of like expression for the car, right? I think this will look good. Lamps like that. You can keep them sleek. Doesn't have to be too bulky, right? But I think makes more sense having that, right? Also, another feature that you can add is maybe you can have a rail on the hood, so you can have some sort of like air intake going on. I mean, you have this mesh over here, but maybe the air is coming out like that from here, from underneath, right? That's gonna make it look even more aerodynamic and more like mature, right? So
yes.
but yeah. And Biscom wise, you can hide these guys a little bit, right? The that you can have like a Photoshop brush selection, and then you can just make this a little bit dark from here, right? Maybe. So because what you're trying to do is also to show an expression, right? Sort of like a big picture of how the face look like. So in this, hiding this is gonna help a little bit, right? Just with soft brush, you hide it a little bit, and you're gonna accentuate. You're gonna make an accent on the whole front, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is looking pretty good. As I said, I keep stressing this somehow, make it slicker, right? So it doesn't look like a pig nose. Yeah, slicker and this, right? But I like the expression of the whole car, like what you built. I think it's pretty interesting, right? Now is the time to mature the overall shapes a little bit more, right? To make them more look like work in harmony, right? Because for example, the skid plate, right? Choose this plate, right? Why does it look like that, right? Why is the reason it looks like this, right? Instead of just like simplify it and have something, have something like this, right? For example, maybe you have a break in here, like why it doesn't look like this, and then maybe you have a cut in here, Then you have a break, right? So because expression-wise, right, you want to be able to simplify this to make it look more purposeful. Like it doesn't look random. Because right now your skid plate looks a little bit random, right? It looks like it's just there just because. It's not really too harmonic with your design. That's what I'm trying to say. Since all your language and shapes dictate this, why don't you make something out of this, right? I don't know, something like that. So then the whole thing it makes more sense, right? So, but yeah, I mean, it's up to you. These are like the observations I see, but obviously, it's your design. So just put what you think is good. I mean, take whatever you think is valuable for you that I'm saying, just take it with you. And the rest will just keep doing your design. So, but it's looking pretty good. So I think I like it a lot. Just these little things that we discussed, the snorkel, make it somehow look slimmer. Because it might be in package, as you said, maybe it matches for some reason, but you never know why is the reason it's looking big, right? Maybe it's just too narrow, maybe it's the shape that you should invert it, or maybe you make the cabin a little bit smaller, and maybe it matches the height, but it doesn't match the size of the snorkel, right? So just have a double check at the package, and just correct these little details. Put lamps on it. I think you're gonna need lamps for sure. So it makes the whole car to have more character. I think you should do it. But that's it. It's pretty good. Pretty good renders.
What about the rear end? Like, what do you think of that?
The rear?
Yes.
Yes, let me check the rear. Just gonna send the image to the chat. I mean, for the things that we talk. Okay, let's go to the rear. Cool. I think rear is looking pretty good. Rear doesn't bother me too much. I think it looks McLaren. And I think, yeah, maybe you can apply to the front also. Something like this, maybe. Because as I said, this kind of like makes more sense. It kind of goes with the form, right? But the front one looks kind of weird. No, but the rear I think is looking pretty good. Probably just the shapes, maybe it's looking like this, right? It's look like it's melting. Let me check let me go to the dead front, dead rear. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can be a little bit more obvious in this. You can exaggerate a little bit this more. Just put it up just a little bit, right? So this break is obvious because right now it looks like it's almost like too subtle that I feel like I need a little bit of snapping there. Right? But just take care of these things, right? Like these shapes that look like negative, right? Just take care of those. Make it look more solid, right? Here, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe you can have just one breaking here, just one. You see, you want to simplify the overall architecture, right? Instead of having so many breaks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like instead of having too many breaks, you want to simplify it. right? But I think the rear is looking good. Maybe just these looks too fragile somehow. Maybe you can add a little bit of thickness, right? And again, I think if you hide these guys a little bit with soft brush, right? Just a little bit. It'll give you more room to see the face clearly, right? Because you need to be able to show the face. What is it? How do you read it, right? So those little things. This thing, I mean, we talk about it, but still, I think it looks too massive, right? You gotta double check on the package and see what's going on. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. Yeah, maybe on the rear, you need a, because you see, I'm looking at this right now. Oops. And you see like how this thing is made out of different pieces, right?
Yes.
So here, if we go to yours, right? So maybe you can start like putting some shot lines on your, oops. You can start putting some shot lines here, right? Where you're gonna start cutting it, right? Like just pay attention on where the shot lines land on here, right? You can even like do this, right? And as I said, this feature has some scape too, right? So maybe you can put some sort of like scape in here. Any design, so it can goes, the air goes here, right? They're just escapes from several directions. But I think at this point, your project is looking good. Just try to reference these cars and try to pay attention on how these things are built, right? So for example, the shot lines here, the materials, how do they break the form? It looks like this thing, you can take it out. And on your design, it doesn't look like you can take it out. It looks like it's all one piece, right? So just have a look at those little details, and I think you're gonna be good. And your project is looking good. So
Yeah, I'll work on the short lines. Yes.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, just keep going. I mean, it's tricky because design sometimes it takes a little bit. Sometimes you think I mean, it happens to me. Like when you think you're done and then you keep looking at it and it's like, oh, okay, you need to put more maturity. You need to put more effort on certain areas, right? For example, this the cowline where the window is and the hood, right? Where you can simplify it. You can make it like, you can put thickness on the surface here, right? So it looks like the hood is one piece, this is another piece, and there's a separation there, right? Because right now it looks like a paper thin, right? Paper thin, and it looks like it's floating instead of like being solid. And the cowline is the gap that you have between the hood and the windshield. And that gap helps you to put also the windshield wipers features, right? That's why you need that gap in there. But yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, there's several things that you can work on, but I think the overall vehicle is looking pretty good. Does that make sense, Nitish?
Yes.
Yes. Any questions?
I don't have any questions now.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Questions.
Yeah. No, yeah. Just work on what we talked today, and then you can show next class. You can share, and we can see it. But it's a lot of work, man. So it's really exciting project. So this sketch is really good. I like it. Yeah, you're playing with colors and all that, so it's good. It's just little things like the skid plate, too random, right? Just make it look more cohesive. But package is there. I think you're not too far off. It looks McLaren, which is points on you. Probably just shot lines, break up materials, right? So it doesn't look like a toy, right? When you start having like different parts and materials and trims, it begin to look like it's a product, right? But when you have all one shape and it's just all one color, it kind of looks like a toy. So cool. All right, man. Nice work. Thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for the feedback and writing through the entire project. Yeah,
No, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Nice. I like it.
Yeah. Yes, I think Hendrik has sent a message on this reply to this PDF that I've sent recently. It was like like the 3D model kind of loses the excitement from the final that I had done.
Yeah.
Even I agree with that term because yes,
Mhm.
I think the sketch looks way more attractive compared to the 3D model. I think
Try to reference your sketches. When you think you're getting lost from the initial idea, reference your sketches more. Yeah. Try to find that gesture, that feeling, that expression. Yeah. Just put it on the side, and that's why you sketch on top of the model, right? So it's almost like you can bring that back to the model.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I will do that. Using my 3D models as overlay and
yes.
taking reference.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
That is one thing I didn't do because I was so much into 3D that I was just directly on instead of doing some overlay sketches.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Nice. All right, man. Cool project. Find some mannequins on 3D.
Okay.
Try to find some mannequins and you can put it there sitting down inside of the car or on the side. So that helps with the sense of scale too. Cool. All right. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So I gotta go pretty soon. So we have Soham. You have a question, right?
Yes. So I was doing the competition, but was my health was not good at that time, so I had to let it go.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Are you okay now?
So, yeah, I'm fine now, but that I was sick. So I did the research. I got some insight, and then I sketched. I proposed a solution, and I sketched around it. I did the silhouettes, and after the silhouettes, I got sick, and that's where I left the project. So when I was sketching on the silhouette, so my details were very similar to the existing model, and we were supposed to find a solution for 2035, which is almost from 10 years. And in car design, the if a car is being designed now, it would be launching 2 3 years ahead. So with that insight, 10 years is it is not far off.
No, right? It's okay. 10 years, okay.
So I was having difficulties finding solutions and ideating a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have something to show today, or you want to show next class?
Yeah, next class. I haven't compiled everything.
Okay. Cool. No, yeah, I think 2035 is great because as we discussed, we're doing a hypercar and it can be a concept car. So concept cars usually are for 10 years in the future, or even 20 or 30 years. It all depends. So I think it's fine. I mean, 2035, it doesn't look doesn't sound like a bad idea. So yeah, just keep up with that. And for next class, just try to compile everything, your presentations. I mean, you see the references here, and there's a couple of references on the chat from today's work. And just try to compile your presentations and put your ideation sketches. Okay?
Yes, yes, yes. I'll do both. This I have done this, but I was not. I'll not show now. I'll do the ideations and come up in the next class
Yes.
and show you both.
Okay.
As of now, for the Maruti project, what all things I need to keep in mind to ideate on my silhouettes, or maybe do some new form sketches and build on that.
Yeah, right now do some speed forms. Speed forms and
I see.
ideations. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, don't try to sketch too much of a car like thing. Because right now we're focusing on the genesis of your project, which is the very beginning, right? What is the main architecture? What is this project? How the project is gonna look? That's it.
I
Don't
see.
think
Yeah.
too much about how your car is gonna look. Right now you can just do spaceships with wheels or speed forms, but that's it. The abstract forms, right?
Maybe I was caught up on what will it look like. That's why I got a bit disturbed.
Mhm.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do it. Sure.
Okay. So yeah,
Yes.
just do your thing. Give us some ideation sketches, speed forms for next week, and yep, we can move forward from that.
Yes, yes, sure,
There.
sure.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'm gonna go
Omar,
right now, but I'm gonna take questions. Any questions?
Omar,
Who talk?
Omar,
Okay,
there's
six.
one thing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. How are
Who's
you?
this? Six?
This is yeah, 6. Mashallah.
Okay.
I just had a quick question regarding the process. I was planning to participate for this exercise,
Yeah.
and I'm working on a proposal. It's just I didn't have time. There's been a lot of
Okay.
work,
Yes.
but I think I'll be able to show you something next week.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I had a question regarding process. I have my own process that I try to follow. I've been at this game for a few years, so I just had this feedback thing, like that I would love to get more feedback from you.
Yeah.
I like what you do and what you work on,
Yes.
and it's just what you shared for week 1 and week 2. For the week 1, you mentioned that I need to have like an established benchmark,
Yes.
and I don't feel comfortable doing that. I just wanted to sort of make my own advanced design concept. So I just wanted to ask if that's all right with you, like if that's something you're fine with.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. I'm putting a base, so we'll kind of like be on the same page. But if you want to come up with something that is unique or is based on your workflow, and as long as you deliver, I think it's fine.
All right. I think that works.
Show us what
So
you think next week.
perfect. I'll do that. All right,
Sounds
man.
good.
Take
All
care.
right.
Bye.
All right,
Cheers.
six. Yep.
Hello, Omar.
Hey, who's
there's
this? Oh, Ariane. What's up?
yeah, so there's one render that I made today. Could you see it? Like I sent it to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, we can have a quick look because I have to go, but we can have a quick look. Where is it? What's up?
I think I sent it to you on personal.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me check. Yeah, try to send it on the chat so I don't get lost because there's so many
Okay.
messages. But for next time, I can check it now. All right, cool. So what's going on in here? Tell us.
So this was a microcar. So it's actually not my own idea. It is an idea of some other guy, and he asked me to render it on Photoshop. So that's what I did.
Nice. Okay. So what I would do here, I mean, it's looking good, although it's a little bit fuzzy on certain areas. But what I would do here, just to describe the form a little bit better, is probably to have a section line, because I want to know how this thing reads, right? Like this is what I understand for the section, right? Based on what you have. But it can be also that this is flat and it goes like this, right?
Yes.
So I think if you draw at least one section line, right, on your body side, that's going to help just to know how your shape looks. Now, maybe you can add a little bit of white here with the soft brush, and then you can read sort of like the how round this is, right? Because right now your windshield is flat. It looks flat. But if you add a little bit of white color, let's say like that, you see that it's looking almost like a cylinder now. So, and I think you need to have that in all your car, but more critical in your hood and windshield and probably in the roof, right? It has to look like it's round. But you're gonna achieve that by literally putting a little bit of light, right? Like if you grab a brush, right? You make a selection, and then from this point, you start applying a little bit of white, just a little bit, just like that, right? With soft brush, right? Just on the edge. So that's going to make the whole thing to look more round. And same for the top view, right? Just a little bit of light coming up. One section line, and probably, I mean, there's many things that we can work on, but I'm giving you just a couple of pointers. So, and the other thing is maybe here you can have it a little bit more blur, right? It doesn't have to be that hard in here, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but work on that. I think the sketch is not looking that bad. I think it's getting somewhere, because I've seen your work before and I think you have improved a lot. So, but just start with that. Let's start simple, right? So I don't want to put too much of a feedback so you get confused. So I want to be very straightforward. Just this part, you're gonna add a little bit of white on the edge to make it look round. That's it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And the section line. Just define how your car looks like from the section line. What are the shapes? And these alone is gonna help the sketch a lot.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right, do those changes and you can show next class at the end.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. All right, are you participating on the project, the exotic car?
Yeah, I might come up with an idea in a week or two. Like, I will have holidays then, so I might idea it on that.
Okay, sounds good. All right, bring it on next class, okay?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sure.
All right, guys, so I have to go now, but it was nice to meet you guys again this every Sunday, and let's just work on whatever we talked today, and bring your changes next week. And the next week is another round of ideations. And just be mindful that next week we're gonna choose one or two themes max, but we're gonna choose a theme next week. So just bring as many sketches as you can, so we can have a fair discussion and we can choose. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Thanks, Omar.
Thank you guys, and stay active on the chat. Any questions, just ask in the chat. All right. Thank you guys. Bye bye. I'll see you guys next week.